Listen, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm old, I have grey hair, and my back hurts from time to time. Being me is not a good feeling. And if I had to mention one feeling I'm most familiar with ever since I was a teeny weeny child with no back pain, it has to be the feeling of being incomplete. And there was no way to point a finger at it. As if there's something missing from life that I'll probably never figure out. I'm sure we've all felt this way once in a while, and I have ways to cope with it. But lately, because of feeling that way, I've been having a really hard time enjoying the things that I once used to. Sometimes, life feels so empty that even my favorite games fail to hold my attention. Days just seem to melt into each other, and the monotony of living somehow feels more intense every passing day. Watching a movie, playing video games, or even socializing feel more like distractions that are stopping me from doing what I should be. But what should I be doing? How do I make this feeling of being incomplete go away? These are the questions I had no answer to until this very fateful day when it all made sense. The state of your life feeling incomplete can happen because of many reasons, one of which I believe is because of not trying anything new. And it's not that we are lazy or unmotivated, it could be because we are just afraid to take risks that we have spent our whole life avoiding. We do know that they're worth taking, but somehow just cannot muster up enough courage to do it. So we talk ourselves out of it using distractions or delay it indefinitely by saying, I'm going to do it when I pass out of college, when I get a job and have X amount of money saved up, when I have my friends supporting me, when I drop my body weight by 20 pounds, when I look or feel a certain way. And the most dreaded of them all, I'm going to do it tomorrow. And you know how the saying goes, tomorrow never comes. The biggest risk in life is not taking any risks at all. But if you do take enough risks, you'll soon realize that they weren't as enormous as our mind was making them to be. And the consequences of failing aren't as severe. It's very easy to get comfortable in our lives in the absence of risk or reward. And it's during that time that the feeling of being incomplete can creep in. Just hold on a sec there. Let me just state for the record that by taking risks, I don't mean putting all your money in the next crypto scam or joining a multi level marketing company. Don't say I didn't warn you. For much of our life, we tend to put a lot more emphasis on the day to day stuff, like where to go grocery shopping, what we're going to have for our next meal, who's going to do the dishes, where to go for holidays. Actually, scratch the last one because picking good holiday locations is important. I guess what I'm saying is don't spend every waking moment of your life worrying about things that you have to do every day anyway. Outsource and automate whatever you can afford and focus on the bigger picture. Ask yourself questions like, what do I wish I could do more of? Do I feel content with my life most days? If not, then why? What makes me smile? Do I enjoy the work I do for a living? Or is it just good enough for paying the bills? Do I feel loved and cherished? Do I love and cherish others? What's the one bad habit that's having the worst impact on my life right now? Asking yourself these uncomfortable questions and being truly honest with your answers can help a great deal in figuring out where the feeling of being incomplete stems from. Like, you gotta be actively involved in finding out where the problem lies and head on straight to attacking it. For example, if your problem is not making enough money, you need to do the tasks that bring you more money. And those tasks do not involve haggling for cheaper grocery prices or spending 3 hours every day cooking and cleaning. You can easily order groceries and healthy food online and spend the time you just freed up by working on your side hustle or taking up a freelance project. But if you do want to cook, consider batch preparing your food that will last for a few days. By the end of the week, you'll likely find that your earnings from the extra time far exceed the additional money you spent in automating the regular chores. And if you really, really don't have any ways to make extra money, spend that time on your hobbies or doing something that you love. Seriously, anything is better than cooking and cleaning every day. A great man once said that not making a decision is also a decision, one that actively harms you in the long term. Decision fatigue is a real thing, and it keeps you trapped in a boring and uneventful life. That's because decisions move life forward, and bigger the decision in question, the more we tend to procrastinate. But why do we struggle with making decisions, and how do we get better at it? Well, the truth is, it's not entirely our fault. In this day and age, when we consider the smartphone as an extension of ourselves, we get bombarded with options every waking moment. Should I check the notification on my phone right now or later?
Do I watch this video or that video? Do I use Facebook or Instagram or all of them together? Which app do I have to use to save me from using other apps that take too much of my time?
The options we have to entertain and distract ourselves nowadays are truly endless. And our brain can only take so much before it says, you know what, screw the shit, I'm done. I'm done. So when the time comes to make a decision that could actually change your life, you don't have that big gamer brain energy to make it. Think of it this way. The inconsequential, unconscious decisions that you make on a daily basis have a deep impact on your ability to make conscious decisions. So when you think about making a decision that could drastically alter your career, finances, or relationships, you just end up getting a soda instead. And it is exactly this sort of behavior that keeps us stuck in a life that's unfulfilling. If you want to make better decisions faster, make a habit of living with more intention. Simplify your life by getting rid of distractions as much as possible, letting your brain relax so that it's ready when you actually need to use it. What I'm about to say now is hardly new or anything unknown, but it's something that I have to remind myself time and again, just like most of what I'm preaching here. If you feel like you're stuck in a rut, not living life to its full potential, and have no motivation to change things for the better, you have to start by doing just one thing. You have to create movement, because movement equals motivation, not the other way around. Start by doing something, anything. If you don't have the motivation to go to the gym today, start by going out for a 10-minute run. If you don't feel like writing your assignment, maybe focus on just typing the first few lines and see how you feel after that. If you struggle to cook yourself a healthy meal, maybe chop up some veggies in your free time. So when the time comes to actually cook, you have the stuff ready and waiting. If you don't feel like getting out of bed because there's nothing to look forward to today, do it anyway and at least make your bed and tidy up your room. Creating movement in your life is as simple as that. By doing something rather than nothing, what you're doing is essentially creating a snowball effect where each action you perform potentially leads to doing something bigger and meaningful. Personally, I've always struggled to go to the gym on a regular basis, and I always kind of justified it to myself by saying, I'm lazy or I don't like working out. So even 2 days a week was good enough for me. It was a lot by my standards. But that was just me huffing a whole lot of copium because deep down I knew that I wanted to work out more frequently to get fit and in shape. So last year in February, I said enough is enough and made it a personal goal to hit the gym 5 times a week after week, throughout the year. Very soon, I found out it wasn't actually the act of working out that I hated the most. It was waking up early in the morning and getting myself there. Because once I got started with the workouts, I had no problems getting through my routine. Here's what I did to ensure I never have that problem again. I moved my workout time that began at 6:30 in the morning to 8 am. I realized that far too often I'd excuse myself from going to the gym if I woke up a bit late, like say 5:30 or 6, which left me around an hour to 30 minutes to get ready. And if I was past the 6:45 or 7 am mark, I'd say, just screw it, it's late already. I'll just go tomorrow. By moving my time to 8, I took away all the excuses because now I essentially have enough time to get ready and then some more. I started packing my bags and arranging my gym clothes the night before. Doing this helped me a great deal as well because now I don't have to encounter decision fatigue about what to wear anymore. Having my bag packed also meant one less thing to do right after waking up. Now, let's say I let myself stay in bed a little longer. Let's say till 7 instead of 6 or 6:30. That means I still have an hour to get myself together and reach the gym by 8 because I don't have to pack my bag or decide what to wear. Oh, and good music helps too. And it's by doing these things I've been able to turn working out into a habit where I no longer have to fight decision fatigue early in the morning. I essentially train my brain to work like a caveman's. It's wake up, eat, go gym, unga bunga the rest of the day, and repeat. And unless something very dramatic happens, I don't think I'll ever fall off the routine. Now, I could have the wildest night imaginable any day of the week and still be up on time in the morning, ready for the gym.
If you stuck around so far, I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. As we get close to the end of this video, I'd like to talk briefly about the role that comfort has on our lives. Comfort is good. Comfort is great. But only when it comes at the right time and under the right circumstances. If you're guilty of choosing comfort when you know damn well you haven't earned it, life can quickly spiral out of control. We all share dreams and aspirations of living a comfortable life one day when we no longer have to worry about problems with money, career, relationships, etc. And I do hope we all reach there one day. The kind of comfort I'm talking about here refers to accepting life as it is instead of trying to make a change.
I know what it feels like because last year was trash for a myriad of reasons, and I chose to deal with it by procrastinating and living a comfortable life. Sure, I went to the gym regularly and ate well, but pretty much every goal that I set for myself were soon forgotten or pushed back indefinitely.
To counter whatever that was going on that was out of my control, I chose to linger in the comfort of video games, YouTube, and lots of lazy time. My days were comfortable, sure, but it made me unhappy with the life I was living. It was as if I was waiting for the perfect time, and it never came. Until 2nd of January 2023, when it all made sense. Remember when I said that? When it all made sense? Well, the truth is, there was no grand realization on that date. After spending the first day hungover, I just decided to start the new year by doing something rather than wait around. So I started writing down the script of this video. I figured that if I can't go out and travel for the next few months, I might as well work on something new and different. And here I am, with my first video of the new year, talking about something that I never planned on talking about.
Well, I did plan on talking about it inside my head, but never planned on making a video about it.
I'm not sure if I'll make another video like this if we get to travel more often, but I will be keeping myself busy to publish consistently this year. If not for anybody else, then for myself, so that when I'm older and rich and have a hot personal doctor who shoots heroin, I can look back proudly at my less older self and say, "You made it, Daddy-o. You took action and lived the way you wanted." It is then that life would truly feel complete. So what's the TLDR of this video? What do you do when your life feels incomplete?
4 things. Take more risks, don't procrastinate, optimize your life, and get out of your comfort zone. See ya.